and draw with if I'm not mistaken, Tapanaba did draw with Mexico in the qualifiers.
Yeah, I believe so.
So I mean him not do not wait
Not in Mexico. No, in which qualifier?
In a World Cup qualifier, whenever they draw with Mexico in the Azteca.
No.
I think we
lost that game.
Lost 2-1, brother.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, the late goal. Yeah, that's true.
Humpy juice.
Why,
Mexico
that one
almost scored.
that lucky. Tell us a luck playing a football, man. I think a joke.
Oh, me did I think about the 1 point where we did have in the first round. Costa Rica it did come from and never Mexico. Box foot.
You over sorry boy. Over dribble this.
Decent try. Well, I guess drawing
empty stuff in
a bad.
Then that me I say Formula would have want to win for advance, but the grand scheme of thing.
No, but coach, here's the thing now. No, Mr. Porter, I'm not ready for go on my bed yet. I'm wide awake. Here's the thing. The performance does not give a forecast of sustainable results. That me I talk about. One of the goals that was scored was mostly luck, and the other one was just individual brilliance.
And look, cause we no figure go behind just now.
True.
Me tell you say luck in a football, brother.
Yeah, but coach, you are look on it strictly from a result standpoint. You know?
Yes, no, but this is something to build. But when you get a result, Formula, when you get a result, there is something to build from.
But how you get the result matters as well to coach.
Come on, man, you're going to Mexico and play. This is a gutsy performance still, you know.
Yeah.
And the best performance in the Formula.
Coach. Let me synthesize what I think both of you are saying. I think as you know, I think Formula, guess what? As I said before, our athleticism and individual talent is taking us a far away. I think your analysis is that's not sufficient. And I think though that the coach looks on and says, listen, if I get these boys connecting and playing right, they can do a lot better. So I think I don't really see a big disagreement between the both of you. I think the coach can be encouraged. That's our
then that me say this is encouraging for the coach. Very encouraging.
And look at this Mexican team that we're playing. This is the best Mexico team that Mexico have, I believe, on the field right now. You understand? So I mean, I wanted a win, right? But I think it's something to build on. But obviously, though, it's not the result that we're out.
Neo. Yeah. You see, if the performance was better and we were losing 2-0, that wouldn't bother me so much.
No, sir.
Seeing? That wouldn't bother me so much. And let me explain
Formula, hold on. Before you explain, this is where I disagree with you. This is a tournament. And it's not only about playing pretty football. Well, where we experiment is when you are player friendly. And this is where I disagree with you.
Nobody now talk about experiment, coach. What I'm saying is that I need to see something from Jaime or Al Grimson that indicates to me that he has the potential to facilitate this team playing quality football. That get us results on a sustainable basis. And I don't see it tonight.
What is watching, what Formula is watching, I'm comparing to, is when I watch EPL, and when I watch Bundesliga, team going to take a while to gel. And as far as what I see tonight and what I sat here and watch, it is a pretty good performance. Yes, we could have done a little better, but in high altitude.
Which game you watch, boss? Boss, the second half, 95%
Formula. You are about a minute behind. Yeah, but I'm not behind. And when you watch and when you compare is EPL.
No. That's not what. You know what I am comparing?
And
I
yes,
know. You know what I am comparing,
what?
my boss? I
What?
am comparing the quality
Yes.
of both teams and the deficit in quality between both teams. That second half, Mexico, man for man, is not that much better than our Reggae Boys. To be literally having 95% of the second half being played with us sitting behind the ball suits
Formula.
our defensive half.
Mexico is a ball handling, ball playing team. The Reggae Boys are not. So they're gonna be seen as the team playing the ball, moving the ball, and all of these things. So you know, get them
Coach,
different from.
Formula,
No, there's a
what is the
difference
regular
between
identity?
coach. There's a
Huh?
difference between having a ball playing team and a team that can barely string passes together. Even teams that sit behind the ball deliberately, there is something in a
Team that sits
there's
behind the
something
ball
going
normally not
forward.
make no pass formula because you're sitting behind the ball. When you
No,
get the
when
ball,
they
you're
win,
trying to counter
no.
attack. You're
And
trying
when
to
they
counter attack.
when they get the ball, they do something in
But
transition and show some sort of a
isn't
threat
that something
and
that
can
takes
move the
time to
ball just
develop?
as when I hear you say, boss.
Isn't it that that's something that takes time to develop?
What?
What you're asking for? Because
Showing some sort of a
team is a
structure going
chemistry.
forward. Showing some sort of a structure going forward is something that is going to take time to develop.
Let
Yes.
me just ask Formula this question. So Formula, to an extent, I agree with you because I don't think that we were. I think that I'm not sure that what the coach put them through in training was what happened on the field. Nevertheless, they gave a credible performance out there. They didn't lose, right? In fact, the game was, the result, the final score was a draw, okay, and the game was pretty close. Nevertheless, what I do agree with you is, right, that we need to improve. But let us recall this before you comment. This game and the Argentina game are the only two games that this coach would have had with most of these players at his disposal. The
Thank you,
Mexicans,
Neil.
the Mexicans that we just played, they have played numerous games, including 2 days before this, where they're
But
connected.
remember, they're coming from the World Cup.
There you go.
They're coming from the World Cup as well, Neil.
So
Precisely. You're right. Yeah.
hold on. Let me ask you a question now. Let me ask you a question.
Yes. Yes.
Did Suriname couple days ago play a match before the window? Did Suriname play a match before the Mexico game in this FIFA window?
That's that. You know what? I don't know. You tell me. I'm not sure about that.
And even though Suriname lost, look, I understand the dynamic. Look, I'm not saying Jamaica should have gone down there and balled Mexico and beat Mexico. That's not what I am saying. But now I say that. I know a victory at the Azteca Stadium is extremely hard to come by, and as far as my knowledge tells me, we have never achieved a victory at the Azteca Stadium over Mexico. So I am not naive, right? What I am saying though is that when I watch a Suriname a couple days ago going against Mexico, yes, the dynamics were a little bit different in terms of the game was played in Suriname, right? But Suriname played so well and did in the run of play put up a much better performance than what we did in the run of play in this particular game, right? The run of play and the manner in which the game flows gives me an idea as to if Hal Grimson has the potential to set up this team going forward to get sustainable results. Hal Grimson got a result tonight because of luck and individual brilliance. That is why we got the draw tonight. Luck and individual brilliance.
Formula,
That
let me
is
ask you a
fact.
question.
Can I just say this one thing, Sir Porter, before you come in? What I am looking at is the deficit between both teams. When you forget the scoreline, when you look at the actual run of play, you would think Jamaica was playing Brazil or Argentina or Spain tonight. The Mexicans are not that much better than us than what the run of play suggested, how they dominated it. And that is the and this you see the thing is this is not a new thing. We have seen literally inferior teams play against the Reggae Boys in recent years and dominate us. I'm sick and tired of it.
Everybody share your outrage. I think the issue is, right, that as I said, the coach, this is the second time we'd have had those crop of players. I am willing to give him more time. As far as dominating Mexico on the gulf between the two teams.
I remember Neo, sir, about 6 players in the team that he has never worked with.
Worked with before, right?
Coach,
Yeah.
ask Family what was Brazil result today? Time what about Brazil? No, we have to remember something. Mexico went. Yeah, that team that went to the World Cup. Right? They have been playing together, that team. Mexico is playing at home. They matter about Suriname. Playing in Suriname. First in Mexico start complaining about the quality of the field. I try to play a psychological game.
No,
Mexico
sir,
is a
rubbish. The
ball
quality, no, sir,
playing
no, no,
team.
no. The quality of the pitch was superb. The quality of the pitch down in Suriname was very good.
But you know, hear when man say formula. The man say Mexico use psychology. That's why they must say that.
Mexico said that. Mexico complained about the
because Family not answer me and ask him. He must have pick something and a answer something when he feel like.
All right. What your question, boss?
No, you mentioned Brazil and ask what was Brazil result today?
What was Brazil's result today again?
Because you compete 2-1. Brazil lost to
Yes. Yeah.
Right. So let's give the coach. So based on what you are saying, let me ask this question: do you think the coach shows enough that he can manage the job?
And that is the problem. I don't know. The jury is still out on that. You guys look at the result and say, okay, yeah, him sure say yo, him can manage it. I'm not just looking at the result, I'm looking at the actual performance of the team, and honestly, I don't know.
So, formula.
Caller, listen to him respond. See, here's a whole heap of people are calling. See?
Let me ask you a question.
Cool.
All right, cool.
Yeah, man.
How long as this Mexico team is together? Formula?
How long is the Mexico team together?
Yeah, how long have they been together?
I cannot give you an exact time period.
All right.
Hold on.
Mexico team is together.
No, Sir Porter, that point is ridiculous because this Jamaican
is not ridiculous.
Team, no, it is.
It is not ridiculous.
Hold on. Let me tell you why. This Jamaica team has been together for a while as well.
What do you call a while? What do you call a while?
We have been to look how long Ethan Pinnock them and Nana Lowe them a play together. We are talking about boss. We have a new coach, but Mexico's coach is even newer.
They came together in the World Cup campaign. This Mexico team has been together for about 6 years.
So wait, Mr. Porter, this team has been playing together
you are playing
for
in the
over
Azteca.
a year.
Hold on. You are playing in the Azteca. Not many teams goes into the Azteca and overrun Mexico. Not many teams.
I am not saying that the team should go to Mexico and overrun Mexico. That's not what I am saying.
So what are you saying?
I am saying that the performance was worse than the quality of players that we had on the park. But now I said the team they got ball Mexico. I know that me I say, Sir Porter. I am saying the team is better than the performance that they showed.
So okay, so what do you expect from them? Hold on, what do you expect from this
I can tell you what I don't expect from them. I don't expect for the entire second half the game is being played in our half. Me not expect that from them quality. When you look at the deficit in quality between Jamaica and Mexico, I don't expect the whole second half of the game to be played in our half. I am not saying that Jamaica should go to a
But the different, hold on, gentlemen, gentlemen. I think, hold on there, Coach Devon. I think we're missing a very huge point here. Now, a caller is on the line. I soon bring in caller. I think we're missing a very big point. Mexico is a team, and I hear Coach Devon alluding to it, that has been playing together for many years. Team, hold on, Coach Devon, hold on, let me finish the point. Hold on, Formula, hold on, man, let me make the point. Formula, I need to make the point. You can't ask me a question and I'm not finish the point. Let me just finish the point now. I am saying Mexico, I want you to listen to me keenly. Mexico has been playing together for years as a team. We spoke about some of these Reggae Boyz have been playing together for years, not many of them as a team. The difference is that we have had a coach that has not gotten us to be playing as a team. All we had would have been individual players. Hence the reason, Formula, we have always been complaining, and I think that is what you're alluding to. The transition from defense to midfield to attack is atrocious. Because what we have been doing now, because of muscle memory, we're going back for the long ball. So there and then I can agree with that. That's why me as you know, the point we have missed is that Mexico is playing together as a team. Jamaica does not have that sustainability right now. I am seeing hope. The coach has something to work with. If he keeps these players together, then I believe we can get out of this team that we could possibly be looking for. When Russell come on the field, Russell held up the ball, picking passes. Him no go for the long passes. And these are some of the things that we lacked. With Russell coming in, and if him get more game time, then something can change. That's why me probably I see something different from your Formula. Hold on, Formula. We need to get the caller in. Hold on. Remember the question. Remember the question. We have the caller. Caller, go ahead.
Yeah, bless up, coach and panel. Boy, everybody want to beat Formula in a night, but Formula deserves some beating for real because I may go make some points. I think Formula is living in a fairy tale world where he wants to see Jamaica jump from 0 to 80 or 90%. You have to be mindful that this Mexico team this is the same Mexico team that went to the World Cup, going through a competition together. There is a level of camaraderie that you will get after going through an entire competition together. Now, football is not just picking up some 11 good players and put them on a team and expect to win. You get what I'm saying? So, and then Formula is saying that these boys have been playing together for some time. Yes, under different managers, under different systems. Mm-hmm. You have to understand it's basically the manager's second game with these players. Sometimes some of these players is the first time the manager is seeing these players. Right. So
but the Mexicans have a new coach as well. The Mexicans have a new coach.
No, Formula. That's the difference. That's the difference between Jamaica and Mexico. I'm say it multiple times on the show, Formula. The Mexican. Hold on, the Fabian. The Mexican coach.
That's a fair point. I know where you're going.
Me I go say a fair point. So who never hear? This is the fair point Formula alluding to. This Mexican new coach has been in Mexico. He coaches in Mexico. He knows the player. He knows the philosophy that Mexico open. There's no difference in football that Mexico is playing from what the coach. What this coach probably will bring is a little bit more confidence also. So no big difference in Mexico play like what them did a play a month ago without this coach.
You know what I want to ask? You know what? And that's a fair point. Me not gonna knock that. But I want to ask this question.
Yeah, the question why you ask me. Fabian, hold on there.
I want to ask this question.
Yeah, go ahead.
When Paul Hall arrived in the national setup, how quickly did that change in style of play take place? didn't we almost immediately see a shift in how the Reggae Boys played when Paul Hall took over? A lie me I tell.
What you're not lying, but what did it cost us? What did it cost us?
Against
what is alluded to that formula?
What you mean against what opponent? Against Honduras in the
Formula,
World Cup
formula,
qualifiers, against
formula.
Costa Rica in the World Cup qualifiers, El Salvador in
Paul
the World Cup
came in,
qualifiers.
when Paul came in, and you see what you're talking about now. What is alluded to that?
Coach Porter.
I don't understand your
Paul Hall-
question. I don't understand your question.
Think of
Coach of the
culture.
team
You
for-
ever hear about a thing called
Remember,
culture?
Paul Hall
What
was
is your
also
point, Mr.
working. Was
Porter?
also
Have you ever
Female
heard
look
of
like you have a
something called
company
culture?
sitting there now.
What is your point,
Yeah,
though,
me have
Mr.
work.
Porter?
Paul Hall
Yes, we
knows
know
the
about
culture.
culture.
Paul Hall know the culture of Jamaica. He played in the system of Jamaica.
What system?
He comes from the system that most of these players are playing in. So
What
it is
system?
easy to adapt. This
What
coach
system?
comes in a new environment, don't know the culture of the people, don't know the style of play, how the players play. So you have to cut him some slacks. And you have to cut the team some
Mr. Porter,
slacks.
I think Formula is also forgetting that Paul Hall was a part of the coaching staff too, so the players would have already
what I'm
gotten
saying.
used to Paul Hall and know Paul Hall.
Fair point.
Plus formula. The attractive football that Paul Hall gave us. What end did it bring us?
But it is something that I thought with time could have given us
formula.
would have been a sustainable way to get
But
results.
formula, remember the point I make. Hold on, people, hold on. Formula.
Calling for his head as well.
Hold on, formula.
It couldn't continue.
I was never one of
Formula.
those.
Formula. Remember the point that I made, and this is very critical. The tournament that we played was to qualify for the World Cup. Paul Hall just get the team. He should never try to play no expansive football. That's when you're outside a World Cup qualifying, you try to develop a certain type of philosophy. And this is my opinion. People might have other opinion. So as I said earlier, playing in a Nations League competition, not necessarily gonna get pretty type of football, because your aim is to get critical goals, critical points in a competition. The same thing, Paul Hall have 6 games leave, him start to play open and expansive football, which never worked for him. So in a sense where he had tried to develop a philosophy, remember Al Grimsey said with the team that he used against Trinidad, the tactics are going to be different. Him never really look for a players he want to see in another game there. So him not really enforce the tactics. He want them play a type of away, but it not enforce. In this game now, you're in a competition, a tournament, where it is different. So you still have to play a different type of football. I don't see where we should go to Mexico and play open football. If we do that, Mexico kill we. Then rip us apart.
Because the structure isn't there.
Exactly, and Mexico already have a structure and a system, so we can't match up with that.
No, but let me ask.
There are a lot of formula where I can agree with you, Formula where I can agree with you,
I'm not putting my foot in my mouth.
Hold on.
By the way, everybody a team up against me, so
No, it's not a team up. No, calm down. We know testosterone level high, but we still have to be respectful because people all over the world are watch the show.
Well, Formula, people listen to Formula. I don't think we're so far apart. I think what people are saying is that they understand your criticism.
Thank you, we understand it.
They agree in the spirit that they would like to see the type of football that you want to see. All we are saying is we think it is unreasonable to think that the coach would have developed that
right away.
But I don't think you guys are getting my point, I don't think you guys are getting my point, My point.
Make we hear Sean. Hold on, farmer. Make we hear Sean. Sean did say more say something. Sean, go ahead.
Hey, thank you, sir. So, you can go to the supermarket and buy instant oatmeal. You can't go nowhere and buy or develop an instant football team. The man's second game this. The man went into the Azteca, which is literally rear ear, seeing against a Mexican team that just came out of a World Cup tournament. And the man left with a 2-all draw. Yeah, we never seen a tiki-taka football, but what I saw were opportunities being created. What is it that we are complaining about?
Boss, I think people are missing my point entirely. See, my point is not that the Reggae Boys should have gone down to the Azteca and roll Mexico for the park, That is not what I am saying.
No, but Formula, you're alluding to it because you say we don't make no certain transition and all of that. We
Yeah,
couldn't be focusing on things like that in this game.
Formula.
Let me
Formula.
express, hold on, a bag of people are rush me now. I need to be able to express my point. What I am saying is that I need to at least see a structure. Even if it not fully come off, I need to at least see some semblance of what the team is trying to do.
So you never see anything all 90 minutes? So you hold on. So all 90 minutes you did not see anything. You're blind. Formula, here's the thing.
You see an attempt of a structure in place, coach?
Yes, I do. From a coach's point of view, I do.
If Formula didn't see any structure, Formula blind, or he choose not to see one. Because I saw structure too.
We see defensive structure, but offensive.
No, but they get the ball in the offensive third in a Formula. But we weren't able to do it as slick. We weren't able to do it as slick and crisp as a Mexico team.
Formula, if luck was on our side, we came out of this game 4-2 winner.
Boza try to win the first ball. Adapt me see.
Formula, if
Boza try to win first ball and Leon play off a Boza.
Formula, if luck was on our side, I see we came out of this game 4-2 winner. Here's the thing.
What on there?
It's a work
in
progress. It's a work in progress. The coach just started working with the team. Just give it a chance. Let's see what happens 6 months, 8 months down the road, and then we can say, all right, we're not seeing anything that this team is transitioning. Just give it some time. Be patient with it, Formula. Okay? Be patient with it.
Well on the Formula. Don't answer. Jeremy, I wait patiently. Go ahead, Jeremy.
Jaja, good night, everybody.
Jeremy, good night.
Formula, they understand exactly what I said, but at the end of the day, the gaffer didn't go into this game to play expansive and pretty football. It was clear from the get-go, his plan. Go up to Boza, and Bailey and Lowe was supposed to be playing close off Boza to either he's going to flick the ball in the channel, in the space, and we get for the N-night, or hold up the play and bring everybody into it. What we can't understand, why when a Brentford and these other teams go direct with a second striker playing off the point man, we don't complain about that type of ball games. But when our team do it, we complain. You get me? It boils down to the point that Bailey and Lowe was off pace tonight. Bailey was off pace with his passing and decision making. And for me, I think that's what cost us the game. You get me? It wasn't the strategy going into the game. And second point we want to coach is that we still need a CDM. I think we found the player to replace Ravel in the midfield with the passing, but we do need a CDM. So that are just my 2 cents.
Plus, Coach Devon, a question throw it at you. I don't know if a shutter is a question. Dexter make a take back a talk. So you think we have solved the right back problem?
Hold on.
Absolutely.
I was the one who scouted him. I was the one who recommended him. Hold on. I was the one who recommended him. I was the one who helped him through the process of getting his passport for the under 20s. I was the one who told the coach about him when the coach got here. So tell that question, retract it, and keep it and put it in your pocket.
MPEG, put it in the pocket.
Hey, coach.
Yeah, Sean.
Can we transition to, some positives that we saw or I saw in the game?
Yeah, man, go ahead.
As far as Lambakisa is concerned, the score that I was keeping in my head was how many times he got the ball and how many times them beat him. How many times he was isolated and how many times they beat him. I can tell you that he won the battle on the right side of the pitch. The only time he got beaten was when they played the 1-2 around him, where him just not have no control over that, because them play the 1-2 and run in a space and he had no chance. But when, what's his name, Chucky Lozano, tried to take him on at least 4 times I saw, and he was absolutely unable to go around him any one of the first 4 times. And what I saw Chucky Lozano do, he started playing the 1-2. As soon as him get the ball, and Lambakisa started to, because Lambakisa was playing like a zone marking thing as far as him is concerned. And as he got the ball, he played the 1-2 around him. So as far as I'm concerned, that's the best person I've seen played the right back position. I'm not saying we can look at nobody else and scout anybody else, but compared to what I saw before, that's the best person I've seen in the role. Leon Bailey playing inside. Leon did a good job while he was inside. Every time him get the ball outside is not quite the same. I don't know what's going on with him and playing for Jamaica out wide, but he did a good job while he was playing on the inside. John Russell.
Inside it after, man. Because him get slip. The passing, while he was inside, he got numerous chances to slip a decent ball through the channel to Boza have a one-time shot at goal and then pass the ball wide into the 18. So I would say he have a good game inside either with him passing. Honestly, it was poor.
You know what I saw with him as far as him playing on the inside is concerned? Formula say boy is just athleticism and luck and individual skill. As far as athleticism is concerned, I saw Leon win the ball inside a few times based on his athleticism. So we can't say, boy, I just athleticism alone. If that is an attribute that we have, then use it. So I'm going to give the coach some credit for going with Leon on the inside tonight, because I've been asking for that for the longest time. As far as John Russell is concerned, I thought he came on and he might have the ability to fill that role that we have been desperately seeking.
I mean, we did not advance, but we ended the round unbeaten. So I think, we look at that. Big up yourself, Neo. Fabian, what you think about that?
I mean, when I was watching the game, I was looking at how the coach set up the team. I know it was gonna be a 4-4-2. I know Bailey was gonna play on the inside. What I was really critical of was Ravel Morrison's movements. And for the most part, you can see that the team was very organized. We weren't going to go to the Azteca and outplay Mexico. That is madness. And playing at altitude,
I never said that.
I expected us to get run over in the second half, playing at the Azteca. And there are sometimes in sport or sometimes in football, the aim is to win or not to lose. And I could see that in the second half, that even though Mexico was dominating, the players dug deep and they made sure not to lose that game, and we could have won that game in the end. So I have to give credit to the players, to the coach who is still learning the players, and to the players who is still trying to learn the coach. The coach is trying to figure out what combination works best, who plays better with each other, the team learning a system, etc. Playing against a very difficult Mexico team in one of the toughest stadiums to play in. I see a lot of positives. I also realize that he's not afraid to make changes. I think Javian was struggling in the first half and he made that change. So he saw that Javian was struggling and he did make that change. And we got a better second half. Also, I think Gravel was getting a little bit tired and he also made that change. So it shows that he's also watching the game and he's not afraid to make changes. And I think he made all the right changes tonight. So I'm really looking forward to what will happen 6 months down the road when he gets time to know his players and we actually learn the system that he's trying to put in place for us. So a lot of positives to take from this game.
All right. Formula, you did also say something to where Fabian I say.
No man, no. Oh man.
What you say, bro?
What man they are going to observe and hear about that thing and we are going to move on to some positive things, eh? For God, the Azteca, brother, for lead for the most part of a match, and not any side can go do that. See? And this argument about coach this and the coach that what the man them should do. We don't have time for that, brother. We not lose no match in this competition. We never advance. And we see said the coach is a work in progress. See? So the nitpicking, the constant nitpicking and this and that, it not make no sense, brother. If you ever support the side, you support the side. Seeing?
Yeah, but we can't support by criticizing too.
Yeah, criticism is a must, you know, brother. But then again, they have some unnecessary criticism, some criticism that don't make no sense. It's just like you criticize, yeah.
So what you try to say? My criticism don't make no sense.
For the most
plain, man. Talk plain, man. Talk plain.
For the most part, yeah, brother.
You're not for beat around the bush. Bro, let me ask you a question, bro.
Yeah,
let me ask you a question. What, in your words, what do you think? What was the point that I was trying to make?
Alright, the point we are trying to make is we should have gone Mexico and hold a 2-1 there and try play better football opposed to just hoofing the ball upfield. And that's what I try to say, brother. But the reality is that, brother, if you get a 1-up on Mexico in the first half, you know that the second half the man will camp out in your half and Mexico ball that common knowledge that, brother. Last time we go down there and get a journey 2013. And basically that happened. Second half the man camp out. So
and Burp, to add to that too, you know, Mexico normally score when Mexico have a barrage attack like that, they normally score late in the half, and for us to restrict them to not scoring late in the half, it argues well for us. That's why I said that there are a lot of things that the coach get. It's encouraging to the coach going forward.
Alright, coach, what you say now, coach? You know, say doing the dying embers of the game will look like so we could actually get the final goal there.
Mm-hmm.
So we formula a rule but it don't make no sense, brother.
Boy, I mean that's the same boy you too, you know, my boss.
no formula right now. You feel like the world have come down and the whole world have beat it right now, but brother, when you forget beat,
no, sir. Me not business with the people want to say in a comment section. That no bother me.
Make we hear the new panelists, cause we have about 5 minutes to go. You know, we not stay on the whole night. Coach Garfield, what's your take on this encounter? 2-all draw, Mexico, Jamaica.
Well, go on, Coach Mintz. I remember I made the call about the CDM position thing.
Yeah, man.
You see, same thing happen again. Same thing with my ball for the same thing happen. Those are come back from the local bar. Then San Antonio, you know, it's like a Mexico City this and I come from the bar and big man thing to tell her the truth, Coach Minzy, like I'm happy with the draw. I can't pick point as a coach myself. You can't when I result like this happen, you can't say Ray this and Ray that. You have to just look on the positive, say, yo, the coach have something for build upon. If we lose, then we have to say something. But we draw and we have to just take that and say, yo, the coach I get time and I'm gonna sort out when we need to sort out. This coach is a coach where look on the field and write down stuff and then come back and then draw it up. You have to understand, so you have to give them man time. As a coach, even as an employee, when they come into a job, you're not going to just jump, even if you're winning a World Cup, you're not going to just jump in and just win off the back. You have to take time for develop and build where you need to build upon and job where you need to job on. Yes, we didn't get the result what we get, but you have to understand, so the coach know what I do. I'm a build from the side. I'm bringing people in the team. See, now him bring a CDM. We are bar for a CDM. I'm not telling like Russell coming at the field, in the midfield, and him look better. The man, he must stop the ball, he must calm down the play, and he must pass the ball. The man look good in the second half when him come in. The only thing I never like about the coach is, I feel like, and I see him thing I see with every Jamaican coach, they might take too long to make some sub. I feel like Liam Bailey will come off long time. Put in a fresh leg. You see me? I feel like certain man on the field, even my boy Brown, the man I get beaten the whole time. I feel like the right back should have come on a long time. After a little break, him should have sent on the right back. I feel like at the right back that they come in, would have a better chance. And I feel like that I see him, and that go back to as a coach, what I think is him still a try see what put up on the field before him do certain things. He don't want to rush and make certain substitution and make certain things. He want to see the players them. He finally get a chance to see them in action. So he know it. Look, the thing about a coach, him know what him ending goal is the World Cup. So them look, even though the Nation League is a thing where we as fans, we want to see Jamaica do good and we want to see that to him, and like just like when we beat the man about the friendly and stuff like that, these little games don't really matter to him. At the end goal, where this a coach have a point to. I'm gonna feel like he might use these kind of game with the players in the system, the players in front of him, for use that as a tool for pick who we want to pick for the ending goal, World Cup qualifier and everything. So yeah, we are see this and we are see that, and we are pick point this. But as you can see, we are boss say, yo, Brona get being him do, him change him. I feel like what a coach I do, he might take him time. I might take him time and I draw down one, I'm gonna pick him team. I feel like he know him I do. But as a coach, I understand say certain coach, certain thing, they take long before them adapt to it, and sometimes them take faster to adapt it. And him see say, yo, the right back need to change, him do that. But you have to understand, say, yo, sometimes I feel like him should make certain substitution, because certain man look tired, certain man look dead. Corey Burke come in and give another strong performance. I feel like Corey Burke come in and give another eye. And me here, family, I beat about the system. This coach knows, say, yo, we have Shamar Nicholson, who was an aerial threat, and him use that. No, the thing is, certain of the ball at them, like even the goalie, certain time I feel like when them pass the ball down, them not give him that opportunity there. Sometimes I feel like the ball even go over them head. And Shamar Nicholson say, yo, put the ball right so I can use my aerial ability to that. And I feel like that's something would help us. But as the game go down to the last stretch, they move from that. And I feel like that's something where, like I said, the coach a drop on that. But then again, like I said, CDM, once we have a CDM, we can't have a mixed switch CDM like Ravella play that position. It'll kill me. And the next thing I'm going to see what the man do, the ball is right in front of the man, and the man walk. I don't like see that. We feel like all the time the ball is right in front of the man, and the man walk. Even the goal where we score with the first goal, we're going to get beat, brother, and the man walk back, brother, like certain them things they like. The man have, I understand, say, the climate and them something that play affect with us, but we feel like the man them that walk all the time we see the ball in front of the man them and the man walk. And you have to understand, so against Mexico, the main objective is switch the ball and cross it in. So once you have to go on it.
All right. Fabian, give your final thoughts before you go, because the show is about to end now.
All right. My final thoughts is just really there. We can only go up from here. I'm impressed with what I have seen from the team. Also from the coach, I think we could have won the game, but again, there are a lot of positives, and I believe every game will be an improvement from this point forward because the coach is making notes, he's learning the players and all of that. Um, and as I said, I don't think we could have played this game any differently. Playing any differently would play right into the Mexican hands. And we have to remember, always remember, you have to choose a strategy for the game depending on your opponent and also the venue that you're playing at. And we played a very good game in one of the most difficult stadiums to play in world football on a rainy, cold night. So kudos to the boys, big up to the team. They showed a lot of heart in fighting for that game. Sometimes footballing skills go out the window and it's just lone grit and desire to win or desire not to lose. And I saw that tonight. So big up to the boys and big up to the coaching staff.
All right, big up yourself. Formula, final thoughts.
No, I mean great result. Great result. Me not knock the result, right? Not knocking the result is a great result. But me just never know say asking my national team to put two passes together and break the initial line of pressure is too much to ask. Me never know say that would be too much to ask. Just string 2, 3 passes together and break the Mexican press 5 times in a the game. Me never know say that is too much to ask. And me never know say that would have take a coach that long to be this long to be able to enable him team to do something as simple as that. Seen, but great result. I am not saying that me not beat the coach or nothing like that. Me just state what I have seen and what I observe. I agree, we must give the coach time. I appreciate the grit and the determination and the fight that was shown by the boys tonight. And Bobby Reed's goal really did make my night all the way one. It was one of the best goals ever scored by a reggae boy. Seeing, but great result. Not the best result, but still, me not gonna complain about the result. But I believe that the performance could be a bit better. We now say Reggae Boy should have got a stick of go ball Mexico off of the park. We now say that, right? But I believe the performance could have been a bit better. The boys had enough quality to do a bit better than what they did. But we rate the fight and we rate the determination still.
Yeah, man. Big up Formula. I agree with you. The performance could have been better, but the coach said that they stick to the tactical thrust that he wanted. So I guess they would have achieved their objective from what they would have set out to achieve and not what the fans wanted to achieve. Sean, give us your final thoughts.
Hey, so we went into the legend, which is the Azteca, in an environment which is literally rear thin air, and we created quite a few opportunities, and we left with a 2-all draw, and I can't complain about that. To say that we should expect to see a style of play after the coach's second game or second real game is pretty much ludicrous of us. Well, not ludicrous of us, because a formula alone says so. But breaking news reaching, my desk is that the player formerly known as Bobby Reed has made a request to change his name to Bobby Valley, and I co-sign that name change.
All right, Sean. Bobby Valley. Coach Devon.
Yeah, coach. I am happy with the result, and one of the reasons why I'm happy is that we we have played the Mexican twice, back to back games, and we tied with them twice. Tied in Jamaica, went back into the Azteca, and we tied with them. The coach is on the job probably approximately about probably what 2 months now.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Argentina game he wasn't even on the job yet. He came sometime in January. He had one game down in Cameroon with a mainly local based team. He has another game in Jamaica against Trinidad. This is the second time he's seen players of this magnitude joining up with the team. And Famla said he can't believe it takes him this long to formulate something. If you're giving him 2 months to get this team into a world class team, then I think we're watching the wrong team
Why you
playing.
putting words in my mouth, Mr. Porter? Nobody said that, Mr. Porter.
Famla, I have the floor now, Famla. You know, we still
Yeah,
love
but
you,
don't
but
misrepresent. But
we still love
Coach
you
Porter,
as
don't
our
misrepresent you,
brother.
Mr. Coach Porter.
But I think we need to give the court some time. I could understand if 6 to 8 months down the road, we've seen the same thing happening over and over. Then we can criticize and maybe give him a little bit a whooping. But at this point in time, I think we can see that there is something brewing and it's only a matter of time. You know, there might be new players coming in, you know, and there might be players going out because there are older players right now in the squad that probably wants to call it quits, but because there's nobody stepping up to the plate, I mean, they have to be still there. I think, I think this Jamaica team with new addition can be a power in CONCACAF in the near future.
All right. Burp. Burp.
Nobody with that, coach. Long and short, brother, it was a good result. You're not going to Azteca and lead for most of the match. So it was a good result. And as Uncle Devon said, something is brewing. You can clearly see it. The coach, I try to change the thing from the ground up. I build a culture with it. So, as Uncle Devon said, 6, 7, 8 months down the line, something might happen. So that is my take.
All right. Yeah. You have a minute. Garfield.
Coach, we just want to say, can sleep better knowing that we get a draw. And that's a good thing. Enough time, I'm saying that San Antonio, enough time we play against Mexico, I just play against any team in general, and we lose. So the fact that we get a draw, I feel like everybody in the panelists or everybody in the comment section knows that they can sleep better. We didn't get the result we want, but we had a 2-2 draw, so we'll just build up from this.
All right. Carla, you have 1 minute. Go ahead, quickly.
Yes, Mimsy. Good evening. Yeah, man, I'm gonna go fast. Yeah, man. Honestly, if I'm really proud of the guys then, knowing that this team, although this team have some individuals that are very good, but they are not playing together. You understand? So I mean, I appreciate when they can go to Mexico, and if it wasn't certain mistake, would have come up with the win. You understand? And I'm glad for the find of Russell and Lambekisi. Trust me. I mean, no, we just have to give the coach time to work with these players, and you're gonna see the difference with this Jamaican team. Believe in me. And another thing, I think Formula. Listening to Formula, I don't think he understand really about football. It kind of Formula should get a red card when he start. Trust me. But anyway, me proud of the guys and all Jamaicans should be proud of them. I just misstate why certain things happen why we lose the game. Because we could have win the game 2-1, and you have to look on the brighter side of life. But me happy.
Me happy that we played. I mean, we don't have certain percentage of the ball, but I can see hopes and I can see like coach. So bless up yourself.
All right, big up yourself. So, people, there we have it. That's
Yep.
we have come to the end of the program. Thank you very much for being here with us for all this time, for the watch along, and then the post game analysis. We should be having another one in tomorrow. Let's see how that one goes. But thank you again, people. Really happy, and we're looking forward to see more games with the Reggae Boyz, so we'll be able to see if there's any change, if there's any new tactics, and then we can be able to, really criticize this coach. So, people, big up yourself, big up Formula, big up Coach Devon, big up Burt, big up Fabian, big up Coach Garfield. Who else did on? Just big up on yourself. People, stay safe. Until next time. Peace out. Hold on, may I look for a card? Oh, I know a card.
Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.